Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day. One could watch this and think that you really hate Sean Combs.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
Janice Combs, how you feel about her? I mean, they alleging that she was, having freak-off.
I spoke to a man, Mr. Brown, who used to go to the freak-offs, and he knew Miss Combs, and he knew about her and her freak-offs and everything like that. We had always thought that she had a modeling agency, but it wasn't a modeling agency. It was more a brothel that she ran for high-profile drug dealers.
50 Cent is back, and this time, he's raising the stakes. Part 2 of his highly anticipated documentary has dropped, and fans are already buzzing about what might be the most shocking reveal yet. Rumors are swirling that 50 Cent has allegedly leaked never-before-seen footage involving Diddy and, unexpectedly, his mother, sparking outrage, disbelief, and non-stop speculation online. Clips from the documentary are trending across social media, with fans dissecting every frame and debating what it could mean for one of hip-hop's most notorious feuds. While details remain scarce, insiders claim the footage exposes behind-the-scenes moments that could change how the public sees Diddy forever. As the documentary spreads like wildfire, reactions are polarized. Some praise 50 Cent for exposing truths, while others criticize him for crossing a line. One thing is clear: Part 2 has set the internet on fire, and the fallout is only beginning. The release of Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. And the buzz isn't just about music, it's about secrets, power, and explosive allegations. From the moment the documentary dropped, fans and insiders have been dissecting every frame, every clip, and every comment, trying to understand just how deep 50 Cent's revelations go. The biggest claim making headlines: alleged footage involving Diddy and, surprisingly, his mother. The internet has exploded, with fans scrambling to figure out what exactly the clips show, what is true, and what might be exaggerated for dramatic effect. 50 Cent has a long history of stirring controversy, often revealing details that others would rather keep private. This documentary series has been no different. Part 1 already painted a provocative picture of industry rivalries, business disputes, and personal conflicts. But Part 2 appears to push the envelope even further. While no official confirmation has come from Diddy or his team regarding the footage, speculation is running rampant. Social media is awash with reaction videos, memes, and heated debates as fans try to parse fact from fiction. The alleged footage reportedly shows private family moments involving Diddy, moments that some insiders claim had been carefully guarded from the public eye. If authentic, these clips could challenge the carefully curated image Diddy has maintained for decades. In hip-hop, reputation is everything, and a leak of this nature has the potential to shift public perception dramatically. 50 Cent, known for his blunt approach and willingness to expose truths, seems to have strategically timed this release to maximize attention and impact. Industry insiders are weighing in, noting that 50 Cent has a knack for knowing exactly what will ignite conversation. Some argue that the alleged footage is a classic example of leveraging exclusivity, showing the audience something they've never seen before to dominate headlines and social media feeds. Others caution that the documentary may blur the lines between reality and narrative, creating drama that sells even if it stretches the truth. Regardless, no one is ignoring it. Fans of 50 Cent are divided. Some celebrate the alleged leak as a bold move, praising him for keeping it real and exposing aspects of Diddy's private life that have long been speculated about but never confirmed. Others criticize him, suggesting the move crosses ethical boundaries. particularly because it involves a family member who has historically stayed out of public scrutiny. Conversations about respect, privacy, and accountability are flooding comment sections and forums across the internet. The timing of the documentary also adds to the intensity, releasing part 2 amid ongoing debates about hip-hop's biggest personalities. Business rivalries and past feuds ensures maximum engagement. Every clip sparks reactions, and the alleged footage involving Diddy and his mother is the focal point. Fans are not only speculating about the content, but also questioning what motivated 50 Cent to release it now. Some believe it's a calculated move to dominate headlines, while others think it may be tied to unfinished business from past industry conflicts, while the footage itself remains partially unseen by the public due to selective leaks. Reaction videos and screenshots circulating online suggest a narrative that is both personal and explosive. Analysts of the industry point out that 50 Cent's strategy is clear: generate buzz, spark debate, and remain at the center of the conversation. And judging by the social media firestorm, it's working. For Diddy, this development represents a complex challenge. Maintaining a public image as a mogul, producer, and philanthropist is no easy task, especially when allegations and leaked footage surface, even if the content is contested or incomplete. The mere idea that private moments have become public can affect fan perception and industry relationships. Reputation management in the digital age is more complicated than ever. And Diddy's team faces a delicate balancing act: respond too aggressively, and it fuels 50 Cent's narrative; respond too passively, and fans may interpret it as admission or weakness. The documentary itself is structured to maximize tension. Part 2 weaves together interviews, archival footage, and commentary from industry insiders, creating a narrative that's compelling and hard to ignore. While some viewers are skeptical about selective editing or storytelling techniques designed to provoke reaction, the consensus is that the content is explosive enough to dominate headlines for days. Social media analytics already show a surge in searches, views, and engagement around 50 Cent's name, and the alleged Diddy footage is the center of the storm. Reactions from the broader hip-hop community are mixed. Some artists and influencers have publicly weighed in, offering opinions on both 50 Cent's tactics and Diddy's legacy. The debate often extends beyond the footage itself, touching on issues of loyalty, transparency, and the blurred lines between personal and public life in the age of social media. In many ways, Part 2 has reignited discussions about accountability and ethics within the industry. For fans who have followed 50 Cent's career, this is a reminder of why he remains a central figure in hip-hop. He knows how to captivate an audience, how to dominate conversation, and how to frame himself as both provocateur and storyteller. With Part 2 of the documentary, he's demonstrating once again that he can control the narrative, command attention, and push boundaries even when it involves one of the genre's most iconic figures. The question now is, what comes next? Will Diddy respond directly? Will additional footage emerge? And how will fans, critics, and the media interpret and amplify the fallout? While the answers remain uncertain, one thing is clear: Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary has firmly cemented itself as a must-watch, must-discuss event in hip-hop history. And the alleged footage involving Diddy and his mother ensures the conversation is far from over. This documentary doesn't just chronicle past events, it shapes the present. It challenges perceptions, provokes debate, and reminds fans that in the world of hip-hop, the line between reality and drama is often razor-thin. And with Part 2 already trending, the ripple effects are just beginning. Part 2 of this coverage will delve deeper into the alleged contents of the footage, the reactions from insiders and fans, and why this revelation could mark a turning point in the ongoing feud between 50 Cent and Diddy. The release of Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary has ignited an intense debate across social media, hip-hop circles, and mainstream media outlets, while Part 1 offered a look into industry rivalries and personal conflicts. Part 2 allegedly goes further, and it appears to do so in a way that directly involves Diddy's private life. The most shocking claim making waves is the alleged footage showing Diddy interacting with his mother, a figure who has remained mostly out of the public eye. Fans and insiders are both intrigued and disturbed, sparking speculation about what exactly the footage reveals and whether it crosses ethical boundaries. According to sources close to 50 Cent, the documentary was intentionally structured to maximize impact. Part 2 doesn't just rely on narrative or commentary. It reportedly includes clips that have never been seen before, some of which touch on deeply personal and potentially explosive matters. While the documentary doesn't explicitly claim scandalous wrongdoing, the framing of these moments and selective editing has led viewers to interpret the content as shocking. Even the suggestion that private family dynamics are being aired publicly has drawn intense attention. Social media exploded within hours of the release. Screenshots, reaction videos, and discussions flooded platforms like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Fans were quick to dissect what little they could see, debating the authenticity, implications, and motivations behind the footage. Comments ranged from praise for 50 Cent's boldness to condemnation for potentially exploiting sensitive family matters. Many argued that even if the content is true, releasing it to the public crosses a line, raising questions about morality and intent in the entertainment industry. For 50 Cent, the timing of this release is strategic. Analysts suggest that by dropping Part 2 now, he ensures maximum attention, leveraging both ongoing public interest in his feud with Diddy and the evergreen curiosity surrounding hip-hop royalty. Some believe this release is more than just entertainment. It is a calculated move to assert dominance in a decades-long rivalry. By controlling the narrative and providing exclusive content, 50 Cent continues to position himself as a provocateur and storyteller who shapes conversations around hip-hop culture. The alleged footage also raises questions about privacy. Diddy has long maintained a carefully curated public image as a mogul, artist, and philanthropist, in an industry where reputation can make or break careers. Any suggestion of private family conflicts being exposed publicly is significant, even without explicit claims of wrongdoing. The mere framing of private moments as explosive or shocking influences perception. Fans and commentators alike have noted that the line between exposing facts and sensationalizing personal life is thin, and 50 Cent appears to be walking it deliberately. Industry insiders are weighing in as well. Some view the footage as part of an ongoing culture of transparency in hip-hop, where even private matters can become public discussion points. Others argue that it demonstrates a new level of strategy in public feuds, where documentation and media control are leveraged as tools of influence. Either way, the implications extend beyond the individuals involved. It raises questions about ethics, boundaries, and the potential consequences of broadcasting family disputes to millions of viewers. Reactions from fans are split along similar lines. Some praise 50 Cent for courageously revealing hidden truths, framing him as a figure unafraid to confront power and influence. They argue that if there are secrets in the industry, the public has a right to know. Others, however, see this as an unnecessary invasion of privacy, arguing that exposing Diddy's mother or family matters is exploitative, regardless of what the footage shows. This debate has dominated comment sections, reaction videos, and podcasts, showing just how polarizing the documentary has become. Meanwhile, Diddy and his team have remained largely silent, fueling speculation further. In today's social media landscape, silence can be interpreted in multiple ways, either as a strategic move to avoid giving attention or as a sign of vulnerability. Observers have noted that Diddy's public image has always been carefully managed, and any response must be calculated. Reacting impulsively could give 50 Cent's documentary even more traction, while ignoring it entirely could allow rumors and interpretations to dominate public perception. The controversy also highlights a broader trend in hip-hop and celebrity culture: the blurring of private and public life. With social media offering direct access to audiences, even deeply personal matters are now part of public discourse. In this context, Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary serves as both entertainment and a case study in modern media strategy. It illustrates how narrative, editing, and selective revelation can influence perception, shape discussion, and reignite long-standing rivalries. Analysts note that the impact of Part 2 extends beyond the immediate controversy. This isn't just about exposing secrets. It's about controlling the story, asserting influence, and dominating headlines. By combining previously unseen footage with pointed commentary, 50 Cent ensures that the conversation remains centered on him, Diddy, and the implications of these revelations. Fans continue to share clips, speculate on authenticity, and debate the morality of airing family matters publicly, demonstrating the documentary's reach and cultural resonance. Ultimately, Part 2 of the documentary demonstrates the power of storytelling in the digital age. By releasing content that is both provocative and highly personal, 50 Cent has captured attention, ignited debate, and once again solidified his position as one of hip-hop's most influential figures. Whether viewed as bold journalism, calculated drama, or entertainment, the documentary has set a new benchmark for how personal narratives are leveraged in public feuds. As social media buzzes with reactions, one thing is clear: the fallout from Part 2 is only beginning. Fans, insiders, and industry commentators will continue dissecting every detail, debating the ethics, and speculating about the next moves in this high-stakes rivalry. And with Diddy's response still pending, the tension surrounding these revelations shows no signs of fading. Part 3 will explore fan reactions, insider perspectives, and the potential long-term consequences of the documentary, including what it could mean for Diddy's legacy and 50 Cent's ongoing feud strategy. As Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary continues to dominate social media, the focus has shifted from speculation about the footage to reactions from fans, insiders, and the broader hip-hop community. The alleged clips involving Diddy and his mother have become the centerpiece of discussions, sparking debates about privacy, ethics, and the boundaries of public exposure in the music industry. While some viewers praise 50 Cent for telling it like it is, others question whether the release crosses a line by involving a family member who has historically stayed out of the public eye. Fans are polarized. On one side, supporters applaud 50 Cent's boldness, seeing the documentary as a rare glimpse behind the curtain of hip-hop royalty. They argue that transparency exposes industry realities and holds powerful figures accountable. On the other side, critics feel the content is exploitative, suggesting that private family moments should remain off-limits, regardless of public curiosity or entertainment value. This divide dominates comment sections, reaction videos, and online forums. Turning the documentary into more than just content, it has become a cultural conversation. Industry insiders also weighed in, emphasizing the calculated nature of the release. They note that 50 Cent has always been strategic in how he manages public perception, often combining storytelling with timing to maximize impact. Part 2 appears designed to do exactly that, generating viral moments while keeping the conversation centered on him. By highlighting alleged footage involving Diddy, 50 Cent ensures that the documentary dominates headlines and social media trends, effectively controlling the narrative of one of hip-hop's most famous rivalries. Diddy and his team, meanwhile, have maintained a mostly silent stance, which has only fueled further speculation. In today's digital era, silence is often as telling as a public statement. Observers argue that any direct response could unintentionally amplify the documentary's reach, while ignoring it risks allowing speculation and assumptions to shape public perception. This delicate balance highlights the challenges of reputation management in an age where even selective leaks can have lasting consequences. The controversy also raises broader questions about celebrity culture, social media, and the boundaries between personal and public life. Fans are increasingly aware that the content they consume often blurs these lines. Yet the desire for exclusive access and behind-the-scenes insight drives engagement. Part 2 exemplifies this tension, while audiences are captivated by the drama and revelations. The ethical implications of airing deeply personal moments remain a hot topic. This ongoing debate reflects a shift in how fame and influence operate in the digital age. Despite criticism, the documentary has reaffirmed 50 Cent's position as one of hip-hop's most influential figures. His ability to command attention, control narratives, and provoke discussion demonstrates a mastery of media strategy rarely matched in the industry. Part 2 isn't just a follow-up installment, it's a calculated move that leverages curiosity, controversy, and timing to maintain relevance while keeping Diddy and his legacy in the spotlight. For fans, the documentary has provided a mix of entertainment, intrigue, and debate. Some are dissecting every scene, trying to determine the authenticity of the alleged footage, while others are analyzing the implications for Diddy's public image and personal life. The polarized reactions show how effective the documentary is at sparking conversation, keeping audiences engaged, and ensuring the story dominates media coverage. Ultimately, Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary isn't just about revealing secrets. It's about shaping perception and influencing culture. By walking the fine line between exposure and storytelling, 50 Cent has demonstrated how personal narratives can become public spectacle, how controversy can drive engagement, and how legacy and reputation are constantly negotiated in the age of social media. With the fallout still unfolding, the next chapter in this feud, whether a response from Diddy, further revelations, or continued discussion among fans and insiders, will determine the long-term impact. One thing is certain: Part 2 has cemented its place as a pivotal moment in hip-hop culture, proving that 50 Cent remains a master at controlling attention, sparking debate, and keeping the world watching. Part 2 of 50 Cent's documentary has left the hip-hop world buzzing, and the conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. Alleged footage involving Diddy and his mother has raised questions about privacy, ethics, and the power of storytelling in the digital age. Fans are divided, insiders are weighing in, and social media is flooded with opinions, theories, and reactions, proving that the documentary has captured more than just attention. It's sparked a cultural moment. As this saga unfolds, it's important to watch critically. Don't get swept up in speculation or take every leaked clip at face value. Understand that public figures often navigate complex realities, and narratives can be shaped through editing, timing, and selective release of content. At the same time, acknowledge the impact these revelations can have on personal lives and reputations. Stay tuned for updates, but engage thoughtfully. Share opinions responsibly. Support factual reporting and avoid amplifying unverified claims. The 50 Cent versus Diddy feud isn't just entertainment. It's a case study in influence, legacy, and the high stakes.